Finally, 2023 Nissan Nismo. I believe it's been almost a year since I made this video, and the thumbnail looks surprising. There's background noise. You good, bro? Alright, we're back to it. So I made that video. The thumbnail and the picture I used for the 370Z Nismo, what it's gonna look like, is very similar to pictures that were recently leaked of the 2023 Nissan Z. A lot of people didn't think it was real, and then this video came out. Yes, that's a Nismo on the track. And then a couple days later, this picture came out by the official Nismo page themselves. And that put the whole internet in an absolute frenzy. All the Nismo sticker lovers out there, they were going crazy too. It is a race car based on the production model that Nismo grabbed, and they're actually using it to enter the Nappak Fuji Super Tech 24-hour race in Fuji Speedway in Japan. That really got me thinking. Although yes, it does look pretty cool, and we're gonna talk about what it has on in just a second, this may be a problem. And here's why. Okay, so what is Nismo, in case you don't know? It's basically a company that works alongside Nissan to make race cars. And when the race cars that we're making back then started to become more successful, they started making Nismo a production line, which changes the whole body kit of the car, and it adds a little bit of better suspension work since it is coming from the Nismo race car. And here's where I find the problem with the Nismo that we're looking on the screen right now. Wait for it, cold start. The first thing I noticed while looking at this picture, bam, that is never going to be a production car. I'm sorry, but no one is buying a car that has hood pins. At the end of this video, I am going to literally describe what I think the Nismo Z should look like. And I do somewhat feel like a party pooper, trust me. I think that Z looks very cool. It looks much better than the factory one. Let's do a little rundown of what it looks like. We got the vented hood, which I think looks absolutely epic. We got the stock side skirts still, stock fenders. But if you can see, the front bumper looks a little bit different. The grille in the front doesn't quite look as disturbing as the OEM one. I'm just kidding, it's not that bad. But it looks quite different. We also got the red tow hook. This part is controversial, but we do have a little wing in the back. It's just a little something to give it a little more edge. But this is track oriented, so I don't quite know why they went with such a small wing in a way. I feel like they would have gone with like at least an adjustable one, a bigger one, more downforce, faster track time. I know y'all hate electric cars, but we're gonna be driving this in a little bit. We about to be pulling up to meet in the little smart boys. I will say though, that little wing that looks like it came off right off Amazon does give the car character. It looks a lot cooler. I don't know how much better it's performing on the track. I'm guessing they're throwing all these modifications on and not really telling us what they are, just because they're testing to see if they actually work on the track. And maybe they'll put that towards the actual Nismo Z production car. But you can't tell the car is lowered a slight bit. Is it gonna come like that for factory? Probably not. Do I want it to? Yes. Is it probably gonna? I don't think so. And although I love like seeing what's gonna be on the new Z, what's not, is it gonna look like this Nismo version, is it not? The problem might lie in the fact that a lot of people that saw that post think that's how the Nismo is going to come out. I'm like 90% sure it's not. And although it's a problem to think that, I don't think that's a bad thing. We're gonna get into that later. But next up is the wheels. I have the name here. Although they are race wheels, I don't know which style of wheel they are, but I did write a couple down. It really reminded me of the CE28 and 8-spoke wheel. Obviously I went with race. They need something lightweight for the track. If the new Nismo came with race, I'm gonna be so happy, especially those. I absolutely love those wheels. That style looks epic. I'm gonna give them that. Aside from that, the next thing I noticed is we do have huge brakes up front, obviously the rear too. I think they're like 6-piston brakes up front, but the good thing is I do believe those are gonna come in the performance version of the car, and 2-piece rotors, which we've never had that before in previous Zs. So I'm very excited for that. We did see a roll cage. Obviously a car out of factory is not gonna come in a roll cage. That would be absolutely hilarious. I would actually love that, but it's not gonna happen. And then when it comes down to performance, I'm pretty sure they tuned the car. They had to have tuned the car. And it probably also has downpipes with an aftermarket exhaust. If you have those mods and you tune it, probably like 450 wheel horsepower, 450 wheel torque. And if you look closely at the front of the car, you see an aftermarket huge heat exchanger. The heat exchanger that comes in the Q60s that also has the 3.0 liter motor, and I'm also putting that motor into a 350Z, so be sure to subscribe if you have not. But I too had to change the heat exchanger because the stock heat exchanger looks like an absolute So we did have to go ahead and install a bigger heat exchanger. That's coming in the upcoming video when we drive the car for the first time. We finished the plumbing, heat exchanger, everything. Super exciting. So why is it a good thing that the factory model is not gonna look like this? Well, look at the 350Z base. Look at the 350Z Nismo. Look at the 370Z base. Look at the 370Z Nismo. If they don't at least change the body style to something else or give it a little, at least throw some red trim on it like you always do. Yes, Nismo is for performance. I understand that, blah, blah, blah. But face it, 90% of you are driving to the gym, to work, to see your girlfriend, to go buy groceries. I would say out of 100 people, maybe 10 people take the car to the track and actually use the Nismo performance stuff that it comes with for your track stuff that you never use. So, you know why you buy the Nismo model. It looks absolutely epic. Yes, performance, but it looks epic. So if they just literally put a little spoiler on and just, I love the wheels, but I'm not gonna be happy with that. I'm honestly not, and it's going to be a little bit of a letdown. So I'm gonna wait. I don't believe this is what it's gonna look like. Better not. Now with that out of the way, this is how I want the new Z to look like. This is the rundown of what an epic freaking Z would look like. All right, wheels can stay the same. So same wheels. Hood, I would love a vented hood. So let's keep the vented hood. There's no pins, that's a little weird. You don't have to run pins, that's kind of just like for the track. Same wheels, vented hood, vented fenders, and everything would be amazing if they were both carbon fiber. They don't have to be carbon fiber, but if they were, it would be incredible. Spoiler, let's go with more of like a Nismo style spoiler, where it's not like the two little skinny lights that skips leg day and then like the skinny thing. Might be better for the track, but we're talking about production. I don't like that. If you do a better wing, same wheels, vented hood, vented fenders, you don't really have to do anything with the front bumper or rear bumper. Honestly, maybe just like a lip all around, maybe like a front lip, side skirts, rear diffuser. I think that would look absolutely amazing. I'm also very, very curious as to see how the seats are gonna be. As you guys know, the 370Z Nismo seats are absolutely legendary and they cost way too much. Also, isn't it crazy that there's a Sentra Nismo, a Leaf Nismo, a minivan that's Nismo? Can you imagine a minivan on the track? That'd be funny. This is an out of schedule post, so I wasn't supposed to post this. The video was supposed to be the first drive in the VR30 350Z, but I saw it on the internet and I was like, I want to give my 2 cents on it, make a video about it. I hope you guys have a beautiful, lovely day. It is official, the new Z has been delayed in production due to chip shortages, and the economy going to crap. We have had the worst stock market since 2008. That's a fact. Look it up. We're down bad, boys. But the car industry is also kind of down bad. The article says July to September, but let's be honest, if it were me guessing, I would say the new Z is gonna come out late November, early December. Worst case scenario, January. This is my opinion though, but I literally did not upload this video yesterday because I saw that mid or after finished editing and I was like, I need to include this in the video. So yeah, has been delayed. Not very happy about that. I guess we got more time to have fun with our currencies, save up more money. I guess that's the bright side, but the new Z has been delayed.